everybody, this is Wendy Ponomarenko. I'm the art teacher and librarian at Temple Emanu-El. And tonight, as part of the ongoing library project, the Storytime library project, I am doing a book that hits a little close to home for me called Mommy Never Went to Hebrew School by Mindy Avra Portnoy and illustrations by Shelley O. Haas. Hope you enjoy. This is Mommy Never Went to Hebrew School by Mindy Avra Portnoy and illustrations by Shelley O. Haas. Jewish people are not all alike. Some are tall and some are short. Some live in cities and some live in the suburbs. Some speak Hebrew and some don't. And some grew up in Jewish families and some didn't. My mom, for example, she wasn't Jewish when she was little. Her mom and dad, my grandparents, are Christians, Presbyterians to be exact. When my mom was my age, she went to church on Christmas and Easter and sometimes on Sundays during the year. I didn't figure this out until a couple of years ago when I was 6. I was homesick with the chicken pox and was moping around the house. Mom sent me to the big storage closet to check out the special rainy day toy box we kept there. All I could find were a sack of blocks and some picture books. Mom keeps forgetting I've outgrown all that. So I began exploring and discovered a box of old photos. Mom and Dad looked so funny when they were little. Mom always wore ribbons in her hair, and Dad always wore a hat, sometimes a baseball hat, a cowboy hat, or a fireman's hat. Maybe he was bald then too. As I was looking through the box, I found a picture of Mom sitting under a Christmas tree with a million presents around her. There were other pictures of her all dressed up, standing with her parents next to the tree. I knew we always visited Mom's family on Christmas Day and brought them presents, but I guess I was just too little to wonder why my mom's parents had a Christmas tree and my dad's didn't. I went downstairs and showed Mom the pictures. She made us both a snack and told me about her conversion. That's when you start off not being Jewish when you're born, but become Jewish later on. Mom said she was proud of her conversion, but had waited to explain it to me. Parents sometimes forget that you usually figure things out before they think you're old enough to understand. Mom explained that when she was about my age, her best friend Lisa was Jewish. Mom learned about Shabbat and Hanukkah and once even won a dreidel spinning contest at Lisa's house. Mom met my dad in college. I think they winked at each other in history class and decided to get married. I winked at Rachel Mitchell the other day in math class, but she just giggled. While they were getting to know each other, Mom thought about becoming Jewish. Sometimes she went to synagogue with Dad and his family. Later, she started taking special classes with a rabbi. She learned about the Jewish holidays and how to read some important prayers in Hebrew. When she studied Jewish history, she found out that Ruth in the Bible had chosen to become Jewish. Ruth was the great-grandmother of King David. My name's David too, but I'm planning to be a pilot, not a king. Mom knew that becoming Jewish was an important decision, so she talked it over with her parents. They agreed that even though they might pray in different ways and celebrate different holidays, they could still love and respect each other. When Mom was converted, she met with 3 rabbis who asked her questions about being Jewish. Then she went into a special room with a mikveh. A mikveh is like a bathtub without any toys. She recited some prayers. Then she had to get all the way under the water, even her head. Afterwards, Mom's rabbi blessed her using her new Hebrew name and welcomed her as a member of the Jewish people. He gave her a certificate and a beautiful mezuzah for her door. Friends at the synagogue made Mom a party to celebrate. A few months later, she and Dad were married. That all happened before I was born. When Mom first told me this, I wondered if I was the only Jewish kid whose mom wasn't always Jewish. Then I found out that Aaron's dad is also Jewish by choice, and Sharon's mom is too. My friend Sarah told me that she went to the mikveh when she was a baby because she was adopted by Jewish parents. But Sarah was so little that the rabbis didn't ask her any questions. Last week, when I didn't feel like waking up for Hebrew school, I told Mom I shouldn't have to go because she didn't have to when she was little. I thought it was a great argument. But Mom explained to me that she used to go to Sunday school classes at her church and that she had to wake up even earlier. I asked Mom if anything would be different in her life if she had always been Jewish. She thought a minute, smiled, and said she was sorry she had never been the youngest at the Passover Seder, so she could ask the 4 questions. Maybe I'll let her take my place this year, but I still want to find the Afikomen all by myself. The end. Now, this is one of the few books we have in the juvenile stacks about Jews by choice. In the adult area, we actually have an entire section just for Jews by choice that are often used for like classes and for adults to check out and things like that to research. Because of course you're much more likely to convert to another religion when you're an adult than when you're a kid. But in the kids section, we have this book, and then we have a couple of books in which the families are multi-religion or multicultural. But as far as the actual converting, I believe this is the only book we've got. And it does mirror some of the things that I recognize in my own experience. My kids actually were old enough, like I didn't convert before my kids were born, so they actually remember it, and they actually started Hebrew school a little later and things. And so this book is a good book to read to the kids because it points out to the other kids that some of the other students around may not have the same background as them, may not have the same strong Jewish background or history with their parents, may not know the holidays quite as well, may not celebrate them quite as much, and may need a little help, may need a little assistance. So yeah, anytime you've got someone in the class that may be new to Judaism and learning it, this book is a great one to have around. Have a good one.